Post-fight review to the Derrick Lewis versus Tai Tuivasa fight. Derrick Lewis came into this fight as the favorite, almost a 2-1 favorite. So if you bet $100, you'd get 195. But anyways, going into the moving on. So the first round, I'm actually surprised that these two guys were actually gonna grapple, because they said that in the interview before the fight, they said, "Oh, let's swang and bang." But obviously, that's just for the fans and to increase ticket sales and stuff like that. You can never believe anything people tell you in a press conference before a fight. Like, they're always just gonna say whatever is gonna get them the most ticket sales and whatever, So the fight was entertaining, but there was so many things that happened in the fight that I didn't really understand. Why is Derrick Lewis going for takedowns? Kind of weird, right? Because he's a striker. But anyways, the first round was very explosive. Derrick went for the takedown, I think, also because of the leg kicks and the punches that were coming back at him from Tai Tuivasa. Derrick was doing good in the first round. Did I think he won the first round? Yeah, for sure, because he did more work, he took him down, he almost finished him. But Tai Tuivasa is just he's such a, durable guy. Like, you will not put him away with one shot. You gotta put an accumulation of punches on him. Or you have to have a very substantial submission game to be able to finish him. And those are things that Derrick Lewis doesn't have. He doesn't have a submission game. I mean, he has kind of a wrestling game because he showed it in this fight, but that's not his bread and butter. His bread and butter is striking. But Tuivasa was able to absorb some of those punches in the first round. And then Tuivasa turns around the clinch, gets him into the double underhooks, pushes him up against the cage. And I think that's kind of like to take some of the wind out of Derrick Lewis's punches and fill those muscles up with blood and make him more laborious when he's throwing punches and take some of the sting off of them, which is actually a very smart move. That's a veteran move. That's what a lot of people do when they're fighting a striker. That's what Khabib did against Conor McGregor. He took him down in the first round because he knew Conor is very dangerous in the first round. Derrick is also very dangerous in the first round. Francis is very dangerous in the first round. What you do in the first round against a striker that has a very explosive power, you make him work in the grappling. You make him work, and then that's going to drastically reduce his output. That's going to drastically reduce his power, and he's just going to have to rely on... He can't rely on anything. He's a striker. He's going to have to rely on nothing. He can't. So then Tuivasa goes back and turns around he turns around and actually tries to get a takedown of his own on Derrick. Derrick's defending it, and he gets back up, and the round ends. Now, it was very interesting. Tuivasa definitely lost the first round. His corner's telling him, hey, listen, he wants to wrestle you because the leg kicks and the punches are dangerous, and he's scared. So let's pick our shots, and let's make sure that he's not able to wrestle us. Just avoid the wrestling. Avoid the takedowns. And they're trying to encourage him and make him, encouragement, and make him believe in himself. But yeah, I mean, I think that was excellent corner work. Tuivasa comes out for the second round, and he's doing good. He's evading the punches. But Derrick is just coming forward, trying to wrestle him. And I'm like, what are you doing, Derrick? That's not your bread and butter. But he's losing in the striking, and it's kind of dangerous because Tuivasa is a very heavy puncher. So that's kind of like a Russian roulette, right? It's Russian roulette, man. You're fighting a fucking killer who has knockout power. You have knockout power, but this is the heavyweight division, and any one shot can put you out. And Well, Tuivasa was able to absorb some of those punches. I think Tuivasa has very, very good durability, man. Like, that dude is durable. Holy fuck. Stipe would destroy him, though, in my opinion. I think Stipe destroys him. But anyways, he hurts Derrick Lewis, and then he finishes him with the elbow. Kind of sad to see Derrick Lewis like that, but it is what it is. I'm kind of curious why Tuivasa didn't do the shui. Was he not allowed to do the shui right after the fight? He did it with some of the fans when he was walking backstage, but he didn't do it right after the fight. Normally he jumps on the cage and then he drinks from a shoe and puts the beer in and drinks it. But man, I mean, that's kind of like a trademark thing for him to do shoeies. Why is he drinking beer though? Like, you're an athlete. You shouldn't be drinking beer when you're a high level athlete. But at the same time, like, look at his body. He's fat, looks to be out of shape, but obviously he's not. You know, he's in good shape. He's fat, but he's in good shape. So, you know, it is what these guys. I think these guys don't even like training. To be honest with you, I don't even think they like training because Derrick Lewis sitting in the JRE. He doesn't even like running. He doesn't like training. He just jumps in there, like, has no gas tank. These heavyweights, these guys, they don't really have a gas tank. They don't. But they're explosive in the first round. Once you get out of the first round, Derrick Lewis is no longer dangerous. Once you get out of that first round, he's not dangerous anymore. And I think Tuivasa knew that. Well, just Tuivasa is also the same. He's an explosive puncher, kickboxer. Derrick's an explosive striker. The kicks were key for Tai Tuivasa in this fight, to be honest. To try and make Derrick question his movement and question his output and question where he's going to throw. Because when a guy is throwing kicks at you, you're going to get discouraged by the kicks. You're going to get discouraged to come forward. And yeah, because you have to keep eating kicks. But how do you beat a kicker? How do you beat a kickboxer or a kicker? Pressure. That's the only way. A very good kicker that knows range very well. A guy like Adesanya, you have to pressure him and just stay in his face all night and throw combos and wrestle. Combos, wrestling, combos, wrestling, combos, wrestling, combos, wrestling. That's how you beat a guy like that. But Tuivasa, where does he go from here? Well, he beat a number 3 ranked guy. He was ranked 11, so do the numbers. What's the average of that? So 11 plus 3, 14 divided by 2. So he should be 7. He should be ranked 7 next, if you look at the averages. But I think he should be ranked even further than that. Maybe 6 or 5 or 7, 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there. He has to win one more time against someone else to break into the top 5, in my opinion. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.